Today I'm going to be talking to you about my Tech Infused unit, my final project for Ed Technology 505. I'm going to be focusing on our Unit 2 Math unit. I hope you enjoy. Here's a list of the standards that will be assessed throughout Unit 2. As you can see, there's a heavy focus on place value. We refer to these as power standards in my school, and that is based on our work with standard-based grading. These power standards have been earmarked as standards that need to be met by third grade. The two-digit adding and coin standard will be assessed in later units, but are introduced in Unit 2. Because place value will be a large focus, the use of real base 10 blocks along with virtual base 10 blocks will be used on an almost daily basis. The website mathlearning.org offers a wide variety of virtual manipulatives that are a great assistance for the kids, especially as we introduce place value to them. Over the course of the unit, there will be 3 to 4 formative assessments scheduled. However, many other daily assessments will also take place during my conferencing time with individual students. Feel free to click on each assessment to see what our second graders were able to do. Further information on each technology-oriented assessment will follow. The summative assessment using Google Forms incorporates all 3 power standards as mentioned earlier. This was the first time I have given an assessment with Google Forms and absolutely loved it. Number Pieces is a website or app. Number Pieces is one of the many manipulative-based programs that mathlearningcenter.org offers. It offers a great way to use base 10 blocks in a virtual setting. I use this site in whole group and small group setting, and even for individual instruction. I have found the site to be one of the best for demonstrating regrouping. Money Pieces is another branch of this site and is used for the money portion of our unit. The students love playing Kahoot and Quizzes. These are fun and easy ways to assess our students. Usually they don't even know they are being assessed. Both platforms offer different benefits. The one thing I like about Kahoot is that I get to control the speed of the game. If there is a problem that multiple students are getting wrong, we can discuss them before moving on to the next question. One thing I like about Quizzes is that students work at their own pace. Each student is working on the problems on their own. Both programs are very student-friendly and offer very little setup time, as there are many age-appropriate quizzes readily available. Both programs offer different settings, so the teacher can adapt to best fit their own classroom needs. Pluckers is another great way to give a quick and fun assessment. The best thing about Pluckers is the student friendliness. All the students need is an answer card provided by the teacher. Setup time varies based on teacher comfortability. My students and I highly recommend this program and to anyone who is looking for a fun and new way to quiz your students. Pick Kids is a great way for students to show their understanding of a standard in a creative way. I've provided 2 different ways my students show their understanding of two-digit addition. Again, this is a perfect example of checking student understanding in a very engaging way. Using Google Forms for assessments will change my way of teaching and testing. What an easy and organized way to get the information you need. I was a bit concerned that math would be a bit more tricky, as it is important for students to show their work. By providing a paper copy of the assessment, the students can show their work and also their understanding, while Google Forms provides the immediate feedback that a teacher covets. I used the QR code for the Google Forms link, which allowed all my students to access the test on their iPads. Everything worked out fantastic. Here's the day-to-day schedule of my second grade team follows loosely. It was interesting going through and making this tech-infused lesson. One thing I noticed is that I already use quite a bit of technology with my kids during our math lessons. Our Smart Notebook lessons are a great way to review and introduce our lessons via the smartboard. Here's an example of what one of those lessons would look like. Each day we give our outcomes and goals that we're hoping to accomplish, followed by some review questions of things we have already worked on, and then eventually we move into today's lesson. We have found that using the interactive whiteboard is a great way to get the kids engaged, but also review and introduce new topics. As you can see, Kahoot and quizzes are popular activities in my class, but adding Pluckers was even a bigger success. The kids really like the simplicity and fun of the Pluckers. I will without a doubt use Google Forms a lot more for my assessments now that I'm more familiar with the setup process. Overall, this was a fun and meaningful project to work on as I learned a lot about what I am currently doing and how I can add the technology to enhance our student learning and my teaching in regards to assessment and engagement. Here are some references and again the links to the different programs and apps that I used and created.